Saturday Showdown. OK Savings Bank Breon versus DRX.
Kastana, who also are going to be impacted by Ivern's root. So Ivern can root. He can also protect those champions when they dive in. This composition here for Genji is so strong. And so it looks like it's going to be...
See whether this is going to work, as of course the Gwen can be pretty feast or famine there towards the top side. When she's feasting, she's looking pretty strong and has been a decent pick into the Cassante in the past to make sure that they can create as much chaos as possible. Really interesting choices here by Genji. Let's jump into the Rift here for game one. So that's where everyone's going to be.
Yep, really easy to start this blue side here as Ivern, and against a Poppy starting on the opposite side, which you've already also pathed out. You're not going to be under any pressure or in any danger because, you know, you have to use your health to capture these camps. Now, he will be seen here by Umpty, but Umpty's tracked here, so he can actually aggressively start setting up this vertical jungle here very safely, and he could use his smite, of course, to instantly clear. Grabs level 2.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit dicey, especially with Morgan now in a bit of trouble. Doran actually avoiding the snip. This is kind of huge. Does get himself the shield, and there is the block and the destruction. First blood goes to Peanut.
I really think that while the Gwen is, in theory, in the lane quite strong, we might actually have to hold this discussion about the Gwen until after this Herald fight, so I'm just going to drop it for now as Karis is moving over.
Yeah, there's the heroic charge. Already a lot of damage. Emperor's Divide comes down. Chovy's going to have to flash. There's a rocket jump to get even more space. Umpty moving on over as Daisy is going to fall. Explosive charge comes in. Morgan's going to have to flash to get himself out of that one as dash over from Doran. Doesn't find the last Q there and will get harassed out by these Sand Soldiers. And in the end, Wolf,
and Umpty just trying to hold this front line, but man, Genji trying to go for a reset here. Doran has teleport. Is going to teleport to mid. It's not unleashed for 30 seconds.
Effort can charge that the Hex Flash as well to possibly get in there as Delight. Going to get a body slam onto Morgan. He takes a lot of damage, but he is going to survive, and Karis is going to pick up the kill on the Ivern in the end, and it's a double for Hannah as finally Bro come alive in this one, and welcome back to the mid lane, Karis.
Pushing this wave in mid, so not going to amount to anything there. But talking about the Gwen again real quick, because the Gwen here, I think, is great into a composition that wants to just hard engage. Okay, Peanut's still staying.
Yep, Q gonna come forward. There's an all-out from Doran. Let's see whether they can make this one work. As the needlework comes down, he is so dangerous, but they do get the knock-up, and Daisy is going to town. Peanut's gonna be able to pick up the kill once again on the Gwen, but I mean, look at this bottom lane. It is in absolute shambles. Effort still lying in wait over this wall. They get the headbutt pole onto Delight, but Effort's still taking a lot of damage. He avoids the cask, though, as now Henna is offering the damage back onto Delight. Umpty moving himself over, and pays Killer Instincts in. He manages to take down the Aphelios, and Umpty is just a little bit too late. Great body slam comes forward, and Umpty's like, I'm getting out of here, but he's not able to get Chovy.
Basically, Dunzo's this route is not going to connect.
No, Bro charge does come down. Teleport in immediately from Bro. There's the pulverize. Massive value as Daisy comes out, but she is immediately gonna go down. Doran dives forward, looks for Henna here, going all out, and he is all out of there. He's just doesn't want anything to do with this, and you can understand exactly why. OK Savings Bank reference.
Yeah, it's okay. This is looking pretty doomed for Morgan. Chovy's even TPing down.
Yeah, maybe don't have a look at the graphs right now, but Gwen was immune for a little bit. They take down the turret, though. Needlework doing a little bit of work, but it's not going to be enough. Another kill going to be taken away here by the tree. And this some of the time, but they haven't made them yet. As Effort's going to go forward. Now slightly out of position. The all-out comes forward, and he is going to have to flash to get out of the way. There is the cask. It's going to miss the cow, so he's going to survive for the moment. As Daisy, you're in trouble. Get out of there. She is going to slinks back into the brush, the reeds, as it were, as the Void Seeker going to barely not find the cow. A mage burst damage assassin.
Yeah.
How does it work?
She also is pretty safe. Like, she can escape, she can peel.
Yeah.
And when she gets Shiv, her already pretty good wave clear just becomes insane as, oh god.
Oh dear, that's Killer Instinct for Pays. Named pretty well in his case, as you mentioned earlier on.
And, I mean, Pays, man, what can this guy not do? He's just shown such a wide range of champions he's got mastery on.
I wonder whether the space has been counting the amount of happy penguins that have come through. Headbutt Pole here from Effort. Does take an explosive charge. Has to use the Unbreakable Will very early, and there is the gentleman with the Killer Instinct once again. Pays going to come through, grab himself a bit of bacon here towards the top side. That's a cow. You don't get bacon from a cow, you get that from pigs. Never mind. It's a steak. to see this one out once again. But
This is-
it's a bit too strong, not gonna lie.
This is the last fight of the game here too, Atlas, I think. Red-white for Hannah, you got one chance here. Gale force forward.
Oh, there's the real killer instinct, and it comes from Hannah!
Okay, he had to flash Ghost for this, but now it's a 5v4 here on the Baron. Great killer instinct, as you say, and now Breon have a real fighting chance in this game here. Hannah has no health in that scenario. Now they're going to start this one up. Teleport from Chovy.
All right, they're going to see what they can do. Effort with a bunch of buttons available. Unbreakable Will going to be there. We're charging the ultimate as in they go. The Cassante is just dead before anything else has really happened. Delight's nowhere to be seen, and now Peanut is going to dive forward, fails to get the Baron. That's going to go to Bro as Pace is going to be able to cleanse the exhaust. And they're going to be able to grab one of the kills. Oh, that interruption from Delight, absolutely amazing. But he can't interrupt the heroic charge now, and he tries to get out. But no, says Umpty.
Believe it or not, starting to become relevant. I mean, 0, 4, and 2. He's got a bounty, though, and his side lane pressure is starting now. It's starting at 30 minutes, but it's starting.
And he's level 16. Like, he's just massive. It doesn't even really matter what the scoreline says. This is a Gwen at 30-plus minutes in the game. This is also a Kai'Sa that has a Void Seeker and Effort. Yeah, he's going to ult.
Look at that
try to get
shield.
away, but it's just not going to do anything.
That shield is just...
Yeah, Trigger Seed.
It's hard to look at that.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, they're super tenacious and stuff. And Chovy going to demonstrate some of that as Henna going to take a lot of damage here. Still some chakrams available. Oh my goodness, Chovy, I don't know about that one. That might be a little bit much as Pay's going to have to ult his way over the wall, but Morgan is immediately after him. Snip, snip he goes, but Pays is still fighting back. And that is going to be the Acathian Rain coming down. Doran still trying to tank this one out. He's got a Gargoyle Stone Plate, though, and he's Cassante as the flash comes through. And Pays is going to avoid Effort. And Gen.G just thinking they're lucky stars that they have a second AD carry. Yeah, if they manage to kill Doran, then it's huge. And look, like, Gen.G is still just having a really good time.
This is why they have vision. This Scuttle's going to expire. I mean, everything is aligning.
Explodes, though. There is, like, no way that you can get here in time as they're able to ult pop Peanut away anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually matter. So there it is. That is just the Baron obliterated.
And, I mean,
a minute and a half on the Elder, though. That is a big one. Because they have been playing so incredibly well. This is the Bro that we've wanted to see for so long as the fight is going to break out. Umpty going to be interrupted. They do secure the Elder, though. It's not quite Exodia, but it's way better than what Gen.G has. They're going to have to back away, and now, Bro, they are beelining for that mid lane.
Yeah, they can just push mid. Straight up.
It's no joke, but still.
Bro.
We're by the numbers here, Wolf. By the numbers.
Yeah, we certainly are. Some great brush setup here for Peanut. Does hurt the siege a little bit. And they're going to actually now just move to the top side.
Umpty's going to take a lot of damage. Does flash away. They're not able to get the inhibitor. Yeah, okay. That is going to be a pullback. Morgan's going to go golden. He's going to try and survive. Oh, the cask is fantastic in the Acathian Rain. Will follow the Gwen. And the Void Seeker, it's going to land onto Kara's. Killer Instinct is on cooldown, so he doesn't have to worry too much, but Doran is still trying to hunt them down. And Chovy's going to jump on top of Umpty.
Resets after resets.
They're going to be able to get that one. Now Effort is just trying to gallop his way out. What do they do? What do cows do? How do they run? He's got a Zonya's done. As Umpty's going to be flashed on here once again. Step up pass presence is decent to try and get Pays out of the area, but now he's set up. And there's no way out for the Poppy. That's going to be another kill onto Umpty. And Bros, please, no! This was your game. You had it.
Oh, this is so sad, Atlas. And I mean, the thing is, Gen.G, they see blood in the water. They go. They have a dive comp. And Bro back cowering in their base here, hoping for a miracle. At least they have all three inhibitor turrets up. And maybe Gwen can actually push some attention bottom side here. Morgan's trying his best.
Range that he has at his disposal. Difficult for the Azir to find these engage windows, but also Karras hasn't really been doing it. He does now have it as the Q does come back. The all-out comes forward, and now, Bro, you have to stand your ground. Can you win a team fight is the question. Pays going to get exhausted, but he's going to cleanse it. And what was that AoE? Just gigantic damage from Gen.G. Umpty will survive.
As they can actually just kite back here, Doran can hold the door. And, I mean, it's a race to Elder right now. Hannah already used his ult, didn't hit anybody, and this is going to be Elder going over.
Yeah, not a lot the Bro can do about it. And now, it's not quite yet. It is Exodia for the next.
I mean, hold your ground one more time, Bro, I guess.
Let's see whether they can go for any sort of Hail Mary, any sort of engage. but it's going to be so difficult because the Elder just gives Gen G so much power. Chovy has so much range, and so does Paze. His auto attack range isn't high, but Void Seekers exist, and they're broken. As Doran going to be able to land a Q onto Henry, takes so much damage. Keeper's Verdict does come down, and now Bro have a man advantage in the fight. The all-out comes forward from Doran. He tries to get himself out of there. Killer Instinct, he gets immediately knocked up, and Paze goes golden, but there's 1,000 gold for Morgan. Can they actually do it? He's in there, and he goes down to his GA, but he takes down the carries.
Henna alone.
Yeah, can Henna actually do it? I mean, he's kind of massive right now. He does have the red guns of Severum's keeping him alive, and Gen G, they are limping, but
so
they are
low.
still up in this fight. The Q lands low, and Henna's going to be CC'd. The Dragon, the Wrath comes down, and that is going to be the ace. And Wolf, my heart breaks for Breon. I'm still so proud of them, but man, come on.
They did it. They got us the longest game of the season. We'll give them that. We crest the 45-minute mark here, but Gen G will take it in the end. He is eventually caught there by Doran and the game ends. But almost 50,000 damage for Paze, who I think will very likely be picking up POG. Scheme.
And it's Cali Alley, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
As a combo. Outside of that, kind of dislike it
Yeah,
on
it's
every
not
level.
feeling great. Now, they can just play...
Freljordian.
I mean, they could go for Freljordian, and they could have also played a double AD lane. The Varus would have been obviously ideal, but they banned that away.
Position kind of beautiful, put together really nicely for the patch as well. Let's jump under the rip for game 2. Doran, we'll see whether he's going to max W, much like we saw Keen doing earlier on, as Renekton's been doing pretty well. This cow, not doing great.
So actually feeling okay about the situation, all things considered. It's not great, but considering the matchup, better than usual is Umpty.
All right, we've got a bit of a crash here as in goes Effort, finds the pole onto both, and Paze is going down extraordinarily low, but he's not dead yet. He picks up first blood, and now Delight is looking to try and answer this one back. We've seen some Broms perform some supportal
Peanut's
combat,
here.
but Peanut is coming over as well. Delight thinking about flashing after them after being 3-man dove, as we know. As Poppy making his way down, that is a headbutt flash pole from Effort. Does manage to find the stun onto Paze with the trample, and Paze knows that it is all done. That's going to be the kill, and Bro really finding the angles.
He was picked into him as Chovy.
Oh, Emperor's Divide. They're going to catch him with the root caller as Karis trying to dash away and is going to be able to do so. So, congrats. Gen G get a flash, get an ult out of the Ahri.
And it's so weird how in the LCK we often see the Kalista win this matchup, but not on her own, night and day compared to what Keen was able to do to Kana. Like,
yeah,
he's actually holding his own very well.
And it's also not Umpty living topside. There's another Pulverize here from Effort. Just needs the headbutt to get this one done as the Rend not going to find the kill onto Paze or anything, but that pressure is going to be enough to send the message that they wanted. Great Vault in answer, but there's the flash forward as Morgan looking for the kill under Doran. Gonna cleanse
here,
the
Car's
stun
coming
as
up.
Umpty's gonna come on over, like you say. Not gonna be able to get the stun to the wall.
Themselves also a pretty decent mid-game setup here. If Quinn can find the back line, find this Renekton, push him out of the fight, or you have an Emperor's Divide engaged, Doran alone.
Yeah, that's another vault going to be used as the dice going to come forward. They do manage to get the ulti. That is going to knock up Doran. He gets the trigger C, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough, and Morgan is going to cull him. And now, Peanut just trying to keep himself alive, trying to offer a bit of damage back. Of course, has Daisy activated, but that's going to be 50 gold for the Croc.
Any significance?
Hey, Umpty picks up a buckler and shields himself. Triumphant Roar exists.
Effort is out there.
He's going to need to use it as Delight is going to flash and try and get himself out, but Doran is the one that's in trouble, and he will just explode. The Ren gets so much value, and Daisy's going to fall down, and Bro, they just grab a kill onto Doran and they'll move on. So
hard force this Gen G now into this comp at 18 minutes without Doran? I guess the answer is yes. I don't know if it should be.
Oh, it's a flash from Morgan. They're going to get the knock up as well, as Effort is just looking so good on this Alistar. They take down Paze. Delight puts up the door, but they're walking through anyway. I don't think that there's anything that's going to stop Bro.
This Kalista is 4 kills now.
Yeah, Henna is massive.
And Renekton gets a second. Does connect.
And we're fighting again. Yeah, exactly. That's a bounce house here for Peanut. Nowhere that he can go. Effort's able to headbutt his way out. Taxis himself with a siege minion. And now Shirley, she's going to get towards this outer turret, and she will be able to get herself a charge. There we go, Gen G.
And now Doran is like, cool, I'm Quinn. I am very speedy. Will they get the punish here? Henna is spotted. Oh, he gets it!
Oh my goodness, that was close. As now he's able to use his Gale Force to create that little bit of extra distance. Oh, the funny business, the shenanigans from Doran. As Gen G, they'll take another inner turret, and this is just structural damage. That is all Gen G are doing here. They're not looking for any of these team fights, and now
you can have
they're looking
Point
for a Baron.
Yeah, you can have Point. That Gen G are not starting the Baron. They know they're in this brush. They have to know.
Yeah,
they have to know.
It's going to connect onto Umpty there. Volt comes forward, a dangerous one, as Umpty gets the set pass presence off just a little bit late now. Effort finds the backline. It's a big pulverize, and there's the Fate's Call as well. Henna is down to 50%. He's cleansed, though, and they take down the Braum. Keeper's verdict is, you're out of this one.
Gen G really need to be decisive here. His effort's on the flank. He's caught.
Yeah, there's the Emperor's Divide Effort. It's just going to flash, get the headbutt onto Chovy, but the Sand Soldier is in position. But the Baron, they're going to have to back away. Doran's back in this fight one more time. Good charm is going to connect onto Peanut, and they manage to blow him up. But can Gen G stand their ground? Chovy is going to get flashed on, and Henna just taking matters a little bit too far into his own hands. Karis tidies up the kill under the Ash, but not before she gets a double. And now Chovy's trying to weave the autos. The Orbit Deception has to be avoided, and that means
Gen now on the Baron.
Yeah, Gen G, they've started this one off, but Bro gonna spot it out. This ward right in the middle of the river, proving to be a problem for Gen G. As Umpty, oh, it's a battle of the ages. Gonna get knocked up by Daisy though, and oh no, Umpty, he's gonna be taken down. It's Peanut that locks up the kill, and now there's no smite, and now Gen G should just be able to freely get Baron.
They also have these Ivern brushes here, and Doran's on the flank. This is so critical.
Oh, so many control wards. So Doran gonna be spotted out here.
But he can zone, he can just be in the area. Morgan, maybe we'll see another play from him, but no flash.
Yep, Arrow is gonna go completely wide as Daisy gets amongst it. They're gonna lock that one down. There it is. Gale Force does a little bit of work there as Effort just says, well, I'll be the sacrifice. Hopefully everybody else can get out, as that's a nice charm from Karis used defensively. Chovy gonna come on over. It's a minute and a half on the Drake, so it's not like they can transition into that, but Morgan is gonna go down. Doran collects that kill on his opposite number.
You're just walking into a meat grinder.
Yeah, speaking of which, that is the cow going down.
He had such a good start in the series too, and then the beginning of this game, he was also had some good plays, but rough ending here, unfortunately, for Effort, as it looks like Gen G are poised to take this. I mean, it's not over till it's over, but I mean, this is a pretty massive lead.
See whether it can actually land here if they are going to go for some sort of engagement. But Gen G looking to try and dot some I's and cross T's at this point in the game. As, oh my goodness, the damage from these Sand Soldiers is just massive from Chovy with his 3 items prepared.
Get that Alistar ult out early in the fight with the arrow, and now with these cannon minions empowered by Baron.
Yeah, they are just sieging up. First Nexus turret is going to go down, and oh my goodness, Henna just explodes! Doran just does so much work there with the blind on the Q. The Emperor's Divide comes down, the cow is going to die yet again. It's a kill for Chovy. Karis will have to go into his stopwatch, and Gen G, they will be able to claim the 2-0, but I have to say, Bro made him work for it this time around.
Yep.
And a big giggle from Delight, who I think is the one that's feeling the most proud of himself after this series.
Yeah.
Doran and Chovy do a lot of work as the damage numbers come in.